Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sundays on Streamyard. Not on Sunday. Happy Thursday. Happy Bastille Day. I am going to take you through a quick tutorial with tips and tricks for StreamYard streaming for anyone who is StreamYard curious. And my featured guest today is Alyssa. Oh, and the thing that welcome. The thing that I forgot to ask beforehand was, how do you pronounce your last name?
Oh, Matesic.
Matesic. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I've said it so often in my head and writing emails that I'm like, oh, I'm going to say it wrong because I've got it, whatever in my head. So
yeah, no, it's a tough one. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so give us a little preview of your channel. You're a freelance book editor. You have this big following. What do you do on YouTube?
Yeah, so every week I either post a video with tips on how to improve your book manuscript. I am a developmental book editor with experience in the publishing industry. So I also talk a lot about how to get your book published, how to get a literary agent, what publishers are looking for, things like that. So that's what I'm doing on YouTube. And then, yes, I am also a full-time editor as well.
Awesome. And we're here especially because there's something going on this weekend. So I'll just point this out to people. The Authortube Writing Conference, first ever, I want to say megalomaniac, even though that doesn't mean what I want it to mean, but it's an appropriate big energy word, is going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you haven't heard of it, be sure to check that out. Alyssa, when is your talk going to be and what is the topic?
My topic is about why it's so hard to get a literary agent. I know this is something that is a concern for a lot of writers who want to get their book published and are, querying and not getting responses. So I'm going to talk all about what literary agents are looking for, what's going on in the industry right now, how to improve your chances of getting a literary agent. And that is going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, Friday, which would be 6 p.m. Eastern.
Sweet. There we go. So I've got the link there for anyone who wants to go visit quickly on another tab and hit notifications. And just to let everyone know, I am also presenting at this. It's going to be Sunday at 10 a.m. for me, 1 p.m. Eastern. And my topic is going to be on virtual community events. So virtual community is one of those things that we like and we don't feel weird and like awkward about doing self-promotion. So I think that that's a great middle ground for people to get their book out there and talk about what they love to do, which is write. So if you want to know how I've been doing that behind the scenes and how I've incorporated that into my YouTube channel in the past couple of years, that is going to be Sunday morning for the West Coasties. And I think it's like the last slot in the whole conference. So there's a couple other people at the same time, but you can always watch the replay because that is why YouTube is so great. So what we have here today is we're going to be showing Alyssa the basic manual guide to StreamYard because she's going to be running her presentation on Friday and needs to know the basics. So you have haven't been on StreamYard before, so we're going to be connecting a destination first to your StreamYard account. Do you have a StreamYard account? That's the first question.
Yeah, so I set up the broadcast, I guess. So that's as far as I got. So
okay, yes, you had to do that for the playlist, right?
Yes, I had to do that for the playlist, and then I kind of stopped there. So
okay, perfect. So you've started the account, set up the destination, set up the event, filled in the description, sort of all the stuff that you do for YouTube. So it's basically the facilitating stuff that you're wanting to try out and make sure that you know where all the buttons are. Yes?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So yeah, most of the people that I've been doing this for are looking to live stream and host people. So there's also like sending guest links. So if you are interested in more of that side of things, doing sprints or inviting people on for panels, I'll just direct you to the playlist that I have for all the other folks that have come on in this StreamYard series. I'll pop that in the chat. And Lauren's here too. Lauren's going to be hopefully, I guess, in August as well. So that'll be really fun. But yeah, that's the playlist and we go over features, but everyone's needs are a little different. So that's why we'll dive more into facilitation stuff today. So as a guest or a host, you want to be on Chrome or Safari. You want to have good lighting. I noticed that your camera is a little blurry, which might be because you have more than one person broadcasting and taking up the bandwidth. We can check that box and see if it changes, but not a big deal.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, yeah, sorry. I have people working in the house today, so that's probably why it's not ideal.
And other people will have that issue as well. So it's just good to poke around and see if there's anything to change about it. When you first arrive, you need to add and remove yourself from the studio. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because you're a guest at this point. And it's going to be a little like Inception. So don't... I don't know, like, don't freak out. So here we go. So when you come in to your own account, you will see the event that you're going to enter, press enter, and you're in this sort of back room, green room, backstage, whatever you want to call it. And you'll see what I call these like shadow feeds, right? They're not in yet, below. And that is what you're just going to hover over and say add or remove. So if I remove it, then you won't see the screen. I'll remove myself. How about that? So I have... So you can, as a host, you can still see whatever feeds are below, but they're not in the broadcast if you want to like keep the terms separate. So that's popping up and down. Then you've got comments. So what you would do is hover over show, hover over hide. So that's the same. And then you've got banners. And this is something that guests don't have, but the host does. Click on banners. Ta-da. Hide and remove. So are you ready to go into yours, share screen, and sort of play around with it a little bit and ask questions if they come up while I'm here?
Yes, sounds good.
All right. So if you go below where it says share, I did window because I got all the tabs, but if you want, you can just share tab. So make sure you have an open tab with your Streamyard account, and then we'll come back here to this tab and share that one.
It wants me to grant screen recording.
Yes, and that's because you're broadcasting, so it's technically a recording. Yeah, permission.
Okay, window. Let's see. Oh no, it wants me to restart Chrome to do the permissions.
You don't actually have to do that. If you click yes and go back, it usually works without having to restart. So try it. It may like,
good thing we're doing this now. All right, let's see.
Yes. And since Alyssa's talk is on literary agents and we're going to be popping up comments, I'm asking people to comment with an emoji for a literary agent, however you interpret that. However you feel about literary agents at this point in your writing journey. I just thought that would get some funny responses. Oh, and I have a typo.
It's saying Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. I get granted permission, but it says it wants me to
restart.
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to pop out and pop back in so that you can do it while I'm here? Just have like a 5-minute break and I'll just hang out.
It shouldn't take 5 minutes. All right, I'll do it real fast. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
See you in a few. Cool. So my interpretation of an emoji for a literary agent would probably be like the camera with the flash, because it's like all about publicity and getting your name out there and getting to know people and I don't know, little flash lifestyle. Coffee and a sad face from Shannon. Coffee from Lauren. Interesting. Jenna is a machine. Wait. What did I mess up here? Okay. Oh, Jenna's here. Popped in while we were like trying to work through some things. Hey, Jenna. She's listening in lurk mode. Didn't take this week off from teaching, so also listening to a seminar there while trying to do things to the AWC website. Yeah. Not Sunday. In my tweet, I said, yes, we are in the upside down because pop culture osmosis, hat tip to Melissa at Fully Booked, means that I know what the upside down is. It's a reference to Stranger Things, but am I watching Stranger Things? No, I do not need that in my life. Lauren's got a good point. Try cleaning your webcam can cause blur. Yeah. Let me see if I can find where that thing is so I can be ready when Alyssa comes in. Standard definition camera. Okay. She's back.
Hello.
Yay.
All right, now let's try this again.
Okay, so have the tab with Streamyard and then come back to share.
Okay.
It could also be Google Chrome updates, but I haven't updated my Google Chrome. It's told me to update for like over a year, so I don't think that's
Okay, so I think I did it potentially.
Right. All right. So if you're ready to come back and share, there you go. I see it. All right. So if you come back to this tab and you see it in the sort of shadow feeds, you can hover over and press add. And that's what you would do if you were sharing your screen in your presentation, but I don't think you are.
Okay.
So go ahead and add to the stream so we can see.
Like the buttons on the.
So if you hover over the tab that you want to share, it'll say add to stream, and you click that, and it'll pop up on the broadcast.
Maybe I should start over. Stop screen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I see the share button, and then I click share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then now what do I click?
So you come back to this tab where we are on StreamYard, my backstage, if you will.
Yes.
And if you come where we are, you see that in addition to our two faces, there's a third feed that wants to come in, and that is yours.
Yep.
So if you hover over that and say add, maybe you can't do it because it's my stream. Okay, so in your stream, you will hover over it and add. There we go. But I'm the host, so
can I see what it looks like on yours?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've just added it. Do you want me to share screen to show you?
Oh, I guess it's fine. Yeah, I didn't have that option.
Okay, because you're the guest, right?
Gotcha.
So now it's up, and we've got the Inception thing.
Yes.
But you shared the window or screen, so we can see both. So go ahead and click over to the StreamYard tab.
Yep.
And we'll see Enter Studio.
Cool. Exit that out.
So we're in my backstage, but we're like peeking in to see the windows of your backstage. So go ahead and enter. You can change your name there if you want.
Okay. And
there's where you can control all the puppets.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is where basically you can preset all the things you want. So what I do is I have brand stuff checked.
Okay.
You go to, yep. So you can check what color you use, how the name appears, whether it appears. If you want to put your logo in, I guess if that's a paid version. And sharing the video, which is the thing that is new for your case. So this is the
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not going to be uploading a video clip because that's what only takes a short one.
Yeah, this is a 30-second. I guess it's like an intro video or something.
Yeah, a countdown or, whatever. People share all different sorts of things.
Okay. Pretty cool. Okay. So I can go in ahead of the schedule for tomorrow and add all this stuff and add some banners that I might want to use during the presentation.
Exactly. And I'll just point out that there's two types of banners. Like what we have now is a scrolling one. It's called a ticker. So when you create a banner, type in the text, you can either check the box to make it a ticker or not check it, and it'll show up as like a straight. I have mine on classic. So if you go ahead and add it, and then it's there for you to show, and then it'll pop up and pop back. That's what it'll look like.
Okay, cool. So I can play with this, and I'm not going to break anything before.
Exactly. As long as you don't hit go live, it's good, right? You only get one chance at the go live for any event. If you hit go live accidentally and you have to hit it twice, they ask you, are you sure? No, they don't.
Oh, I see.
No, they don't. So be careful. They ask you twice for when you're ending broadcasts. So that's like the fail safe. But yeah, beforehand, you can do whatever you want in there. The note on the banners is that you can have one straight and one ticker at a time. So if you wanted to do that. And let's see, that's banners. You don't need to know about private chat because that's when you have other people on.
Okay.
There's layout. So if you want to add yourself to your own, it's not a stream, but studio, I guess, go ahead and hover over your face and then add. So what you're going to see here is the full screen. And you can either do that or crop it slightly so that you can see a background if you want a background. To see how that looks, you go to settings and which one is it? Layout. So you can check that and see if you like it.
Okay.
Some people like it, some people don't. I don't because it makes my backgrounds look weird. So I don't bother, but this is the place to see if like it looks better to you for some reason.
And then I can change the background?
You can change the background on paid accounts. So that is the thing. Yeah, it will just be like a black box or you in the entire screen, whichever one you like. Oh, they do. Do they have those? Yeah, okay, there you go. They do have options.
Fun. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's something to play around with. So as one person on here, but you're sharing a video clip. I was just going to say the layouts you have to choose from, but you have several to choose from. Why don't we try some of the layout options below the feed? So if you go, that one won't matter because you only have one.
Yeah.
But as soon as you add in a presentation or a video feed, for example. So why don't you go down to share and hit the video file. There we go. And if you have the one you're going to share, you can choose that. Or if you have a random video that's just like, I don't know.
I have a random video.
Funny song.
This one might be big though.
It doesn't matter because it's reaching into your computer to show it. It's not uploading it.
Oh, wait. It's not letting me use this one. Share video file. This is just one of my YouTube videos.
Okay.
This video uses
a unique code that your browser doesn't support. Follow these steps to convert it to a supported code.
All right. So I should definitely test it before I do my own, which is good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what other video I can use. Maybe like
like photos or something.
I don't know what these are. This is gonna be stuff I don't know what to. Like I don't know what these are, so I don't want to upload them. But
I can remove the feed so you can look at it without it being on our broadcast if you want to do that, because you're just in your backstage. No one can see it now, so feel free to do that. Let me just check my run of show here. I will remind people we just had our second weekly productivity sprint for Jane Austen July. Nia was on my channel. The next one is also on my channel next Wednesday. So if you're jonesing for some Jane Austen, we're doing flash fiction prompts and a little bit of productivity sprinting Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. So that should be fun. What else do I have for you guys? I went in and did a new Canva background for today's stream, so I hope you all appreciate that. It's cozy book atmosphere, so yeah, that's my new attempt today. And the other new thing, besides the video clip that we're like trying for the first time here, is that we found out the difference between sharing full screen tabs and sharing full screen windows. So Rachel was on last, I think, and that's when it came up. Nia was asking about sharing timers that were full screen rather than sort of closed in, and it's when you share a tab versus share a window. So if that makes sense to anyone, I hope that clarifies the question from our last session. But yeah, did you find a video clip that you're okay with sharing?
Yes, I want to walk you through a project where we'll be.
Yeah, sorry, it was playing the audio, so I didn't want to like play the audio while I was, but I think this worked. I think I heard something.
You want me to pop up the stream so we can see what the steps are?
Yeah, hold on. Let me now remove from stream. Okay, this is pretty cool. Okay, I figured it out. All right, I think I got it.
Okay, so in my StreamYard broadcast, your screen is shared again. Yes, so we can see your backstage. So
great. So this is just a walkthrough that it was like a screen recording I did. So it's going to be another screen record.
Inception, I'm telling you.
So there we go. So now I'm just walking through.
Excellent. So let's look at the different layout options, because now you have your camera feed and a video file. You can put yourself big to the side and have that small. But I think what you're going to want to do is the far right for the beginning, because you're going to not be on stage at the beginning. Isn't that right? So it would be full screen for the video feed, and you'd have to do all this before you go live. Then you could switch to the first one you tried, which is like you to the side if you want to talk about it, or you could just remove the feed. But yeah, that's cool.
That is really cool. And so I can just play this, I guess, as long as it goes, and then remove. And then it's just me again.
Yeah. If you're worried about like overlapping things like muting, I sometimes get when I have timers going on sprints, I sometimes have to like write it out, like first stop the share, then mute the feed, then come back to the tab, and then, say hello, unmute myself, and then start talking, because there's so many little fiddly steps that can, it can fluster you if you're not prepared. And, in terms of practicing to get comfortable, that might be something you want to like figure out beforehand.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can definitely practice. So I would hit, if I'm filming the presentation portion, I would hit go live and then basically immediately set it up so that my video plays.
So what you can do, so what I did today was actually went live with us not in the feed. So our shadow feeds were there and we were ready, but I just had the background. I would suggest, if you have an intro kind of like to the video, you would just have the feed shared and then press go live, and you're not even on it, because it's already incorporating the hi, my name is Alyssa, da da da.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's no requirement that like your face camera feed be on there first at the beginning.
Yes. Okay. I think that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah. Oh boy. We're doing some coffee talk in the
I still am on my tab, so I can't see.
Nice. Gonna get ready to do some writing sprints. Shannon loves the background. Thank you, Shannon. John is back saying hello, ladies. Hello. Then Nia likes the background as well. And yeah, Nia was the one who like helped us figure out the whole deal with the share screen and the tab. Perfect. Yeah, Morgan was the one who made the suggestion, the golden suggestion. So thank you, Morgan Lee. All right. So you ready for me to take the screen share down?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. So you're all ready to go. You're going to you have your event, you have your video file, you know how to start with that, you know how to change the layout so that you can pop up and answer questions. You know how to pop up comments when you want to talk about a certain question. Usually with lives, people will say, please put a Q in the beginning of the question so that it's easier to see. The other thing, and you can't have questions yet, so I'll share the screen to show this one. The other thing that is helpful to do when you're doing a Q&A is to star questions. So Shannon, yeah. Shannon was just helpfully putting this in. When you have lots of people in your chat, like you will surely have during your presentation on Friday at
3 Pacific.
3 Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, it's on the side, but I was like, what you would do is when the questions start coming in, so that you don't lose them in the chat that like keeps coming and keeps coming, you can hover over and press a star, and that creates its own little column. So that when you're ready to do Q&A, you can go over here and like have a very neat pile of questions that you can answer. Nice. And not worry about like going back to find them, which is incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. And will I have access to the chat feed as I am, or the comment feed, I guess, as I am showing the video?
Yes. Okay. So that is just here, and that makes it very easy. You'll be behind the scenes. You can star all the things that come up and then be ready to go when you pop yourself up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I usually will, what do I do for crime time? So I go over the question section. I pop it up when she's ready to say the next question. I unstar it. It's still up there. And then I hang out in the column and then remove it when they're sort of done. And then like go on to the next one when they're ready. So
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's the Q&A. And then like the only other thing is like that one end broadcast is over here. And like once you hit it, it'll ask you, are you sure you want to end the broadcast? And you say yes. So you've got like a 2, what is that called? Non-fail clause or whatever. But once that's done, it's over and you come back to a green room and you're good. It's recorded in your destination as well as in Streamyard, just for like belts and suspenders. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I usually go into the YouTube version afterwards and either put in chapters or put in an end screen or put in cards, although I'm kind of done with doing cards because no one ever clicks on them. So I'm saving myself the trouble.
It's so hard to find the place too. It's like not, it's
yeah. It's just sort of like weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I started doing this during lives when I knew I wanted to go back and put a card up, but then I was like, but no one is clicking on them. So it's just so tedious to go through and like find the exact minute and everything. So let's see. Some of the other concerns you might have during your presentation. We did banners, don't need to worry about backgrounds, don't need to worry about overlays, did a little bit of layout. You're not doing a giveaway, so you don't have to worry about that. Polls. Are you going to run a poll during the presentation?
I didn't know that was an option, so maybe.
Yeah, it's not from StreamYard, but it is on YouTube.
Okay, then
no. The YouTube chat, but
probably just keep it simple.
Okay. If you get trolls in the chat, that's the other thing to be aware of that has been happening sort of on and off recently. I normally have the tab that is broadcasting so I can see how many people are waiting beforehand and also make sure that it's coming through okay. But you do have to be careful to mute that before you go live. Otherwise you'll get like the sound from that coming in and being like a weird echo. And everyone does that. So it's not a big deal. You just go to that tab and mute it. The trolls. Oh, Shannon is the moderator. Okay, perfect. I was going to say, for people who are concerned about this, who don't have a built-in moderator because the Authortube writing conference is so awesome, what you would do is have the other tab open and let's see if I can share this one instead. I can't. So let me switch over. Share screen. So right now, y'all are watching us on the channel. So what I would do is go into the YouTube chat and like, for example, if Jenna was a troll, you'd click on those buttons and you'd see report. If it's like obnoxious, I would say report or hide user from this channel. I don't know. If people have opinions on what is the best thing to do, let me know. I know Jenna has dealt with this extensively, but other people have also seen it recently. So if that happens, I would have the YouTube chat open, go to that tab. Report requires 3 steps. So maybe hide user on this channel might be better. And if that gets to be too much, then you can always just from StreamYard do the same thing, hover over, click those 3 dots, and then block user. And then that takes them out of your view and then go back to YouTube afterwards. It's kind of messy. Like there's 2 places to do it, and I'm not sure which is the most efficient way. So, but Shannon's got a lock on the trolls for you.
Thank you. And that's the primary responsibility of the moderator, right? Or is there another element of the moderator that I'm missing?
I think it's mainly just to keep a watch out for trolls and stuff. Shannon's also pointing out, and I said this in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. Just like going live takes a few seconds, ending broadcast, once you hit that second button, takes like 3 seconds. So I usually tell people who are guests, like, hold that smile for a second and wait till it goes off, and then you're good to go. Yeah, good point. Thank you, Shannon. Good point. Jenna says, good to know I'm not the only one who feels that way about the cards. Yeah, excellent. Oh, and Shannon has another excellent point. YouTube will do a transcript for most videos, even if you don't upload a transcript. And what you can do afterwards is scroll through that to find where you want to put a card. Or if you want to add, I'm blanking on the name, like the whatever it's called. TubeBuddy tells me, like, I don't have this because I stopped doing this as well. Closed captions, basically. Like if you want to correct anything that YouTube got wrong, that would be where you go and do it. Cool. Use cards sparingly and really for only a few videos. Yeah. Just in case, if Shannon wasn't a moderator through the back end of YouTube, because YouTube has been messing that up. Oh, that's news to me. Alyssa will need to go to live chat to make me a moderator. Okay. So that's another reason, like usually I'm in the backstage of a YouTube live stream 10 to 15 minutes before I go live, just to make sure my banners are ready and my settings are all what I want them to be. That's when I go to the YouTube tab, mute it, see who's waiting, whatever in the chat. And if you hover over those 3 dots there for people in the chat, press the dots and add them as a moderator, in case Shannon is not a moderator, but I think she already is. But that's how you would do it if you were in any other situation. Cool. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, any other questions? Short and sweet, to the point.
Yeah, it was really helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. This was like a
very specific
order, like thing with a couple new flashbangs. So that was great. We're like learning alongside each other, and hopefully that provided value for anyone out there who is also looking to sort of do a hybrid between a premiere and a live. So you have the ability to stream a video and then be there for Q&A at the end, which is pretty perfect, right?
I love all the, I didn't realize the branding and background options. Those are pretty enticing as well. So
right.
That.
Right. So yeah, as I said, I've got a playlist of tutorials like these if anyone is curious about more tips and tricks with StreamYard. I've also got an affiliate link because I do these all voluntarily. If anyone wants to start on StreamYard, you can join with my link and you get a kickback and I get a kickback and we don't have to pay. So that's great. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope everyone enjoys the Authortube Writing Conference this weekend, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. We'll all be there in the happy hours and the chat and the first page critique panel. And bonus, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern, I will be in Shannon's mystery host productivity sprints, her Pyramid Wars productivity sprints. Those are always great for me. They get me out of bed. They get me to start writing in the morning. And so hopefully I will see some people there as well. Anything last minute reminders besides the conference that you wanted to let people know about your channel?
For me, no. I mean, I'm posting twice a week now. So I have Ask Me Anything sessions as well on Wednesdays. So if you haven't checked those out, in addition to my weekly Sunday videos, definitely feel free to do so.
Nice.
And I'm really excited for the conference and getting to hang out with everyone.
Excellent. Me too. Good job, Shannon and Jenna in the chat. Thank you so much for all the work you put into this. It's like mega beyond any expectations. So you guys deserve a big pat on the back and a big drink of something nice after this weekend. Let's say that.
Yes. And thank you, Margaret. I really appreciate the help and the one-on-one specific tutorial today.
Of course. I got to learn a little bit more about this platform as well. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you this weekend.
Nice to see you. Bye.